Hello guys, I am Rajan Shah. Today I am going to discuss about the topic which is image memorability and visual inception. It is being a recent technology being developed by some of the scholars and the staff of the MIT. So I am going to tell you what the guys which done contribution in this field. So you could see first is Aditya Khosla. He has done PhD from the MIT. While these people were doing PhD, some of the people who were doing PhD, wrote, they published thesis on this topic. And the second one is you could see he is currently the assistant professor in Princeton. This guy, the third one, Philip Isola, is assistant professor in MIT. Antonio Torrevella is also a professor in MIT. Audi Olivia, she is well known in cognitive brain technology. So these are the all people who have contributed to bring this interesting topic. So I am going to tell you first what is images. What comes in your mind when you heard the word images? Image is basically a visual representation. Whatever you see, that's the image, which could be stored or created by the electronic form. It could be 2D or 3D. So, what is the reason why we remember some images more than others? And even if we remember some images more than others, only some part of the images are being remembered. So, what is basically the mystery? So, I am going to discuss about all these things, and by the end of this presentation, you get to know everything, like what was the reason, and it would be very interesting. You would see, and then you could think a lot, like, yeah, this was the reason that I could remember these images more than that. And could the memorability of the images be modified? And also they brought up the concept like visual inception. So what is basically visual inception? So visual inception is like visual inception is like you will see some images and I will make you believe that you have seen it somewhere, like you have seen it somewhere, but that actually you have never seen it. So you could see Facebook every day 140 billion images are being uploaded, 3.5 trillion photographs are uploaded every day on the internet. So you could not take images as a very small thing. It's a huge thing and it's going to rule the internet world. So I'm going to start. So you could always think like you use Facebook every day, Twitter, or you read article or magazine. So you go through a lot of images. But at the end of the day, when you think, only few of the images you have remembered, and most of the images you could not remember. And when again you see, yeah, I have also seen that image, but you could not remember it. So what is the reason? Like human is has a great ability to remember everything, but not everything their mind could remember. Only some part of that thing sticks to our mind, while others are forgotten. We are going to also discuss the notion of the image's memorability and the elements that make it memorable. Despite this overflow of visual information, humans are very good at remembering thousands of pictures. And if an artist, advertiser, and photographer always get challenged by this question that what makes an image memorable, if they would know that, it would be a very helpful for them in various sense. Like see, if the photographer know what is the main element or thing which make the images more memorable or more effective, that could affect the human in more way. Because that is the basically fundamental thing of the photograph. If they take the photograph, some pic, they want to affect the people in minds so that they could remember that. They want that images could affect the people and make them to think. So if they will know what element make them images memorable, they will not waste lots of time in taking thousands of pic of just one type of scenic beauty or something. For advertiser, if he will know basically what is the main reason for advertisement. They want to remind you that you should use this product, you should use this website, you should use that type of thing. So if the advertiser will know like what is the main thing which affect the images, then he will going to add that element, that feature in his image, and which will make human remember that type of image. So if he the consumer is going to, if a people is going to buy something and the advertisement is like that, then automatically that advertisement will come in front, and it will affect his decision, okay, you know. And for the artist same, if artists know the magic of image memorability, he will add that type of thing, he will add that minor thing that will attract the viewer, and it would make their images more memorable, which they actually want, and it will also making a good artist, or maybe a popular one, maybe the famous one. What is memorability? The memorability is the likelihood of remembering particular image, the time for which it could be retained. So the question is the memorability of the image could be measured. So are image remembered by one person more likely to be remembered by someone else? Are the so you see, the to some extent some images are being remembered, so that the extent to which the images are remembered by one person is same as the image remembered by the another person, is the memorability property of an image of its individual. So for this, a game was being played, it was being uploaded on Amazon Turks, a lot of images which was being played by the lot of people, everyone could access and play it. So the game was like lots of images was being uploaded, and it was like participant view a sequence of images each of for 1 second, and the images will be changed in a 1.4 second gap. So the some amount of people, like 100 people volunteered it, and they viewed the same images. After that, they were divided into two groups. So if you could think, if the memorability is the property of images, then the result would be like same, the both group have the same parameters, same number of same number of images they would have remembered again. So after the game, when they analyzed it, it was like near to 0.7. so you could say images is a intrinsic property of a memorability, but 0.3% is due to the, you would say that depend on the individual complexity and or the way they think, like that. So probability of correctly detecting a repeat after a single view of images in a loss. So images that, so I'm going to tell you, like images which is more disgusting or is more likely to be remembered. The images which is having excitement, enjoyment, has less memorability compared to the images which is more disgusting. Okay, so you would see, and these are the factor. So these are the factor which affect the memorability of the images. Okay, so you could see here that the human has the highest factor, 0.75, which is like huge, you know, it's 75%. If the images has a human anywhere, you could easily remember that images. So you see that the human plays a big role in memorability of the images. You could try to remember like any images which doesn't have human, so it would be like you are not going to remember lots of images which doesn't have humans, but if there is a human in that images, then it would be easy for you, you could easily remember it. So you see the Facebook have lots of images, but the one which has like the people's profile pic or update pic, you could easily remember it, like so if the image has object and scene, it also gives you um, high memorability but less than the human. You could see 0.5 is the contribution of the object and see. So if the image also would have this thing, then it would be more memorable. And you could see that semantic, texture, color, saliency are the feature of the computer. Khalsa EL refers to the method using image regions, combining local 1C and global 1B. Gradient, these are all the things which contribute to the images, but if it doesn't have, the image doesn't have human or object and scene, then it's a very rare chance that you are going to remember. So you would think like any images or any picture you have taken when you have done a trip, and if it doesn't have these top two things, then it's very tough to remember it. You try to remember it in your mind, you would see it. You see here there are two images I put. One is the images one which is on the right side is a peak of a hill station. It doesn't have any humans, but the first one it has two humans. So obviously the first one has more memorability. If the people are going to be asked which one you remember, which images you could describe more in a better way, they will obviously say the first one which has the human. So you would say this is the factor. These are the factors which affect the memorability of the image change. Now we will discuss predicting memorability. So we are going to focus more on the what are the factors which basically gives the memorability to the images. So this is the simple image. So you could see first one is the this consists of simple image statistics such as mean of individual color channel, hue saturation, and it gives a very weak and it has a very weak rank and it contributes very less in the memorability of the images. But if the image has an object, or object area or object presence like mountain or any object you could see, then it would automatically increase the memorability of the images. Then there are variety of computer vision features corresponding to color, shape, texture that could relatively affect the memorability of the images. And you could really think that aesthetic, exciting, making eye contact could increase the memorability, but that is that's superstitious. It is not true. Like it doesn't contribute to the memorability of the images. But if an image has a more disgusting faces, then it would contribute in the memorability of the images. So you could see simple image feature has just ranking below like 0.1 as object has like it contributes to the 50% of the images. Like if an image has objective contain an image in an object in an image, it will increase the memorability by 50%, and if it has a human, then it would be like increased by 70%. So if the image has a human, it will be basically easy to remember and you could easily analyze that. As you could see the first image as a human and object, so you could predict that the image on the left has the more memorability than the image on the right, because the right has only the beauty scenery, and you would see also the image which has the more distance from the screen. You could see it has the less memorability than the image which is at the front of the image. So you could see in the second image is the big tree, like you could see it has a less memorability, and in the first image you could see there is human, there is object, the chair is there, so it has high memorability. Now I am going to discuss about modifying memorability. So for modifying memorability, we first need to identify the memorability of the images. Okay, so one possible approach to identify memorability is to divide the image into different regions and different segments, according to seeing object or human. But these methods suffer from several shortcomings. It is difficult to scale to a large dataset because it will produce a large dataset. You are dividing one image into various parts, so it will create a large dataset which will be very tough to maintain, and it will take lots of storage, and it will be a load for the system. So it is difficult to determine the granularity of the segmentation tool. So like if a person is there, it should be taken as a whole, or his arm, leg, torso, face should be individually be divided into segment and be measured. So modifying memorability can be thought of as a process consisting of two main steps. One is, I told you, identifying the memorability, and the modifying the appropriate image region based on requirements such as increasing or decreasing memorability. So the region which has less memorability, we could increase it or decrease it more, like that. By modifying the region of high or low memorability, we can potentially change the overall memorability of the images. One possible approach to identify memorability of different images to manually segment images to see images. That I already told you. Okay. So you could see here the images when you go down, the memorability has increased. So here you see. So you see the right part of the girls and boys. So there is changes in the memory. The leftmost images of a girl, you see she has blubby round cheeks, but the one at the right hand, she is just like some slim. She has a slim face, so which has high memorability. Likewise, you could see down that the boys at the leftmost has a face which is more rounded, like the one on the right hand is like slim little bit, so it has high memorability. So you could see we could modify the memorability of the image by changing some of the elements or region of the picture. And we are going to use forgetting process. As you could see, there is a lot of limitation in the approaches we have discussed. We are going to discuss the forgetting process, which is being used to determine the predictability of the image. So what is forgetting process? Okay? So forgetting process is like an image. You should analyze it first. There is an image, so in the image there are some regions which have ability of the high memorability. There are some regions which have the ability of the low memorability. There is a part of the image which could be hallucinated. Like if you could be given the same image, bringing some changes in it, you could not say confidently that it was not there in the previous image. Okay, and there is some region which could be would not be remembered by you. So you would see these regions have different probabilities of being forgotten, and some regions have probability of being missing, as I have discussed. Okay. So also the likelihood of an image to be remembered depends on the distance between the initial image representation and its internal representation. There are two types of representation of an image. One is internal representation and one is external representation. So what is external representation of image? So whatever image you see with your eyes, that is the external representation. And what is the internal representation of the image? It is basically what is being stored in your memory. Like it would be with the noises or many of the complicated things. So it's totally different from whatever you see with your eyes. So I will show you one figure, and I will try to make you understand what is that thing. And image with the largest distance, as I told you, the image with the largest distance to the internal representation is more likely to be forgotten. So they have a very low memorability score. So one which has very less distance from the internal representation, it has a high memorability score. So here you see the left one is the original image, that is called the external representation, and the right one is internal image, that is called the internal representation. So you see there is a lot of, if you look closely, there is a lot of changes in these two images. On the left part, You see there is one car in the left corner, and you see the internal image where the car has been just what, it's not clearly. So these are the portion that could be forgotten, and you see the human, the couple who are there with the cars are totally memorable and is easily remembered by the person. And you see there is one puppy just pop up. So you see these are the region which could be hallucinated, which was not there in the original images, but it could be in your mind. You see from these images, like the images which is far, the mountain which is far from the far has the low memorability score, and the one which is near to the internal representation which has the high memorability. Okay, and you see we are using the technology like showing the warmer temperature technology to show the high memorability. So the portion of the image which has high memorability will be red in color, and which has low memorability will have a very, which is either in gray or blue. So you could see the first reaction of image, it is just the natural scenery, and you know that the image which has natural scenery that has very low memorability, and the one which has images as the one which has human has the more memorability, and one which has only object that has like average memorability. So you see the leftmost image that just has some tree. So you see the temperature graph is like more, is only filled with gray and blue, so it has very less memorability. You see the third person is lots of people on a bus or some vehicles, as the you see the red dots are at the place which where the human is present, and you see the rightmost person where one woman is holding a door. So you see there is a high memorability. It is the human, that woman is represented by the red color. The main question is why we are discussing this topic. What are the advantages? Is it really going to help people in any way? So I'm going to tell you about how it is going to help people or any organization or any company. So you see, I told you earlier that artist, photographer, and advertiser is always get challenged by the images, like how could they make more effective images. So see, the artist will basically focus on drawing images which has high memorability. Thus it will make these images or her images more effective. Also it will help advertisers. You see on television, the main basic funda of showing the advertisement again and again on the television is like you need to remember. So when you are going to buy that product, your brain will automatically tell you to buy that product because you have seen in that thing in the advertisement. So if the advertiser will know the funda of image memorability, he will not have to show it again and again, and he will not have to spend lots of money on buying rights. You see, and you see the advertisement which is being shown between the break, they have to pay a lot of money to get that right. So also 10 seconds they have to give a lots of money. So if they will know the image memorability thing, they will not have to spend so much money on showing advertisement, same advertisement again and again. So they will make such type of video which is going to be more affecting the people, and they will remember it so easily like this. Okay. And also it will make more effective coding, less cost. It will also help web developer, online retailer, restaurant, lots of talent. You see, this is the trend of e-commerce. Okay, so when you are going to buy product, you see people wearing that, basically the clothes. Okay, so people model are wearing the clothes. So if they will know what type of faces or what type of feature in the images make it more memorable, make it more attractive, so that could affect the decision of the people. It will help the e-commerce people, and they will have to spend less money, and they will choose to model very wisely. Okay, and it will also change. It will also change the trend of the computer graphics gaming and platform. You see, in gaming, if they will make the graphics, or what you say, like they know the thing about the memorability, they will make that graphics in such a way that it would be easy for the gamer to remember, and it will just change the way you play the game. Okay, and it will change the way the computer graphics works today. It will change the perception of the people. Also, you see now it's a trend of selfie selection. Everyone takes selfie. You also take selfie, and not one. You just spend lots of time in taking selfie in one place is only. And after that, taking selfie is not a problem, but after you have to upload it on some social media like on Facebook, so you are going to select the best selfies for which you waste a lots of time. It's not a good thing, okay, you see. So if you since take 100 selfies and you just have you'll upload pick one selfie, okay, so to upload it on the social media. So if you know what this memorability concept, if you know this technology, you will not spend so much time taking selfies and posted, and it will save you lots of time, and it could also make you more popular on the social media. Okay, and also to change it, it will help in changing the education context. So if you change the education, like any material for the education is available, and if you know the memorability, and so you are going to make the video or any study material which is easy to understand, so it will help the student or the children in very good way, and it will help them to remember a lot of things in very small time. So you see logos, Instagram, Facebook. So logo, like logo, every company has a logo. So if they make the more memorable logo, so if any company or organization are going to make a deal or to buy something or going to make spend some money, so if the logos are not memorable, then it's clear, like competitive. This is a competitive world. So if you see, like take the example of a car manufacturer, Maruti is there, Hyundai is there, Lamborghini, Ferrari. So if any one corporate car company make the logos which is more memorable than the other one, then if anyone is going to invest in that field in car company, or anyone is going to buy that car company, it will automatically come in your mind that like the one which is more memorable logo, it will automatically come to your mind, and it will affect your decision, and ultimately you will end up buying that car company, and it will, you see, it will benefit, and it will just give them a lot of profit. You see Instagram, if you know the images which is also, if you want to be popular, you could upload the pic which has high memorability. So the pic which has high memorability would have more like more comment. So if you want to be famous, it could also help you. Okay. So now I am going to talk about visual inception, which was like a largely fictional form. So what is basically visual inception? Like it is a feeling that you are going to see some images which would be new, but you think that you have seen that image, but it is entirely different from the images you have seen. And so I'm going to show you. I'm going to play one game, and it will be very fun to participate in that game. I will show you. So this is the concept of inception, is while largely now may be far-fetched. So consider, so the game was, which is called a memory game, which was played by the people who has brought this concept in many seminars. So the game was like that: they will show the bunch of images, and the audience has to clap if that image has been repeated. So image could be shown to him one after the other, and his task is to memorize the content of these images. And that image is shown for 1 second, okay, followed by blank screen, but I am not using that blank screen. I will be showing you one image after one image as a repeating. Okay, so the participants are shown one set of images as I told you, and test them with another set of images that are of different environment. Yes, so let's start again. Focus on the image. So you see this is the first image, okay? You see, it will be more like that. You basically, I'm sure you tell that you have seen this image, but you see the differences when I'm going to see the image which was similar to that and which you thought you have seen. So you see, there is just sofa here, okay? Here is table which you did not focus. Now see the second image. This one is the second image, and I will show you the images. And you are going to say that you have seen this image. But see the difference on the right side here. See here, these are totally different from these. Okay. Now come to the third picture. So you see it carefully. And now you will say that you have seen the images, but you see here some bottles are there, some even there, but you see the previous image there is nothing here. Okay? You see this is the fourth images. These are one corridor in some water. And you see here, you could say that you have seen the image, but when you will see the previous image, there is a lot of difference again. So what we conclude from this game that if an image is shown to a person, they are not going to remember everything. They are going to remember only that part which are more memorable. Other are being hallucinated or imagined, and you forget. Like you don't care about them. You just care about the result which is high memorable. If there is a person in the image, you are going to remember that person, but the surrounding thing like some container or chair, it will be like you. There is some different series being put up there, you not be easy to make that show the difference. So you could finally conclude that the memorability of image play a very big great role. So what we learned, I am going to show you one demo where you could see the images. Okay, so you see this is the link. Okay, you could go and see the images. So you see what should be the memorability of this image. Tell me. This is the animal or human. So you see, animal and human is a high memorability. So you see what would be the image. You see the region here, it is a red region, so it has the high memorability. The background, the one which is farther away, has the low memorability. The one which is natural beauty has low memorability, and you see the result, it has the high memorability. And you see here, it has just the screen. So what could you guess? See, it has very low memorability because it doesn't have any object. It doesn't have any human. It just has some texture, natural beauty. And see here, the whole image is full of human. So you could easily guess what could be the memorability of this image. See, it has very high memorability. See, 0.93%. Again, I will show you one. This is human, this is object, everything. So you could easily read this as a very low memorability because it is just far away from the image. Okay. So I will go to the conclusion what we learned. So conclusion that I discussed about the modifying the memorability of the image. We could modify the memorability and which could help the people. It also predict the memorability by identifying the region which has high memorability or low memorability. I also discussed about the visual inception. Um, so discussing okay. So we found that the memorability is not a typical image property, it is also inner property of a human. And they thought that that human visual is human expression would play the more role in the memorability of the image, but it is not the case. It doesn't play any role in contributing to the memorability of the image. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you understand this concept and you like to know more about it. So go to the MIT site and you learn more about this topic. Okay, thank you.